living proof. It's pretty safe to say. God did it for God, take it away. It's the worldwide American way. I'm living proof.
What's going on, team? Proof here, and today I'm coming at you with something a little bit different. I'm going to branch out of spikes for a bit, and I'm going to talk about a really disgusting combo that came to light thanks to some of the recent reveals we had. And if you guys saw it in the thumbnail or the title and everything, it features No Life King Death Anchor from the V series and what it can do in premium with its ability. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the key pieces to said combo, talk about what you're going to need to complete the combo, go over a little preliminary sequence of the combo, the end result, and then talk about how to prevent that combo as Atlas goes crazy in the back over here. So let's go ahead and get started with the key pieces here. So the first piece you're going to need is you're going to need to have No Life King Death Anchor from the V series. And his skill says when he's placed on Vanguard, because he's a Vanguard only skill, Soul Charge 1, and then he gets plus 2,000 power until the end of the turn for every card in your soul. And then the more important piece, arguably more important piece, Vanguard skill, at the end of the battle that it attacked, if you have 13 cards or more in your soul, counterblast 1, put a card from your hand into the soul, choose 3 of your rear guards and put them to the soul, ride a card from your soul as stand, not another card, so that's important, and it gets plus 1 critical to the end of turn. And the other key piece you're gonna need to have Enigmatic Assassin, which comes from set GBT07. And the skill says in Soul Darkness you need to be able to Soul Charge, which isn't hard to do for dark regulars at all. At the beginning of your attack step, if the number of cards of your soul is 10 or more, you may call this card to a rear guard circle. If you do, this unit gets plus 5,000 to the end of turn. Then, if the number of cards in your soul is plus 15 or more, this unit gets plus 10,000 power to the end of turn. So those are the two main pieces you're going to need outside of amassing soul, which isn't hard to do at all, again, for dark irregular cards, especially in the premium format. So for the entire combo to come together, what you're going to need to have a No Life King in your soul or in your hand, and then you're going to need to have one on your Vanguard circle as well to initiate the attacking sequence. You're going to need to have some combination of 3 assassins, either in your soul, in your hand, or on your field. If you have one in your hand, then you need to be able to have a No Life King in your soul, because you can't combo it up that way, one or the other, at least on the first initial churn of the combo. You need to have 13 soul because of No Life King's restanding ability. You need to have some number of counterblast, preferably more than 2. And then you need to have enough cards in your deck to survive losing 3 cards per loop. So the way it's going to work, you're going to have some setup of rear guards on your field plus No Life King in the middle, and then you're going to attack with your rear guards. You're going to attack with No Life King, and then you're going to resolve his skill. So you counterblast 1, put a card from your hand to the soul, take 3 of your rear guards and shove them into your soul, and then you're going to have to take a No Life King from your soul, ride it as your Vanguard, so it rises stand, of course. And then now you have a stand-in No Life King, and then that's when the beginning of the attack step happens, which is when you check to see if you have any other units that are able to attack and not necessarily are about to attack. So there's a key difference there. So since at the beginning of your attack step you have No Life King that's able to attack, you can take assassins, the 3 assassins, or 4 preferably, but the minimum 3 assassins, you can call them out to separate circles as long as you continue to meet the 10 rear guard or the 10 cards in soul requirement, which is aided by the fact that you're going to have No Life King giving you cards. Now, the most important piece is that you need to be able to have enough cards in soul on that first loop after you pull out the assassins to still have 13 in soul to be able to resolve No Life King once again. So you need to make sure you tailor around that particularly. So then after that, you attack and boost with your assassins, then you attack with No Life King again, you resolve the skill once more, so you counterblast 1 more, take a card from your hand and put it to the soul, then you take your rear guards, shove them back into the soul again, then you take the other Death Anchor, ride it again as your Vanguard, and then you repeat the process again until you're out of counterblast, which is insane. And don't forget that every subsequent no life king that attacks will progressively get stronger because you're adding more cards to your soul. So then he gets plus 2,000 for every card in your soul. So he just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And he's attacking with a critical. I don't think I said that in the skill initially. So once you go through that whole thing, what's the end result? The end result of your combo is that you're going to filter out one card from your hand every loop, and then you're going to ride a new Death Anchor and get a Protect gift, and then you're going to get 2 more cards from your Twin Drive. So every loop you get 3 cards into your hand regardless. Well, not 3 per se. You get 2 more, but you have a filter and you get a guaranteed perfect guard every loop for every counterblast that you do. And then, of course, by doing that, you get a lot of Protect gifts. So should your opponent live this whole combo, you will very easily be able to block your opponent's next turn more than likely, because you drain them of resources while you're doing this, to then be able to go into some other finishing sequence or to repeat the no life king combo again, because you're probably going to be using the cat stand trigger that can very easily countercharge for you. Or you might go into Bladdermouth or Bredamal, however he's pronounced, to take all the cards, all the grade zeros, and then put them back to your deck. And then you have pretty much guaranteed trigger checks off of that as well. So, stupid, very, very strong combo. And you're probably going to very easily survive your opponent's next turn, as I mentioned again, because of all the resource pumping you're taking out from them from attacking with progressively critical Vanguard. And the other rear guards that go with it. So, all that being said is, how do you prevent that combo from happening? The main way to prevent that combo from happening is to win before it can happen, obviously, because you need to get the 13 cards in your soul, which Dark Regulars can very easily achieve, but they also need to do that while having a no life king Death Anchor or 2 come to them. So that if they randomly soul charge it or they damage check it, that reduces the chances of the combo happening. But the main thing is that you need to win before it can happen, or you need to be able to prevent the combo mid-attack, which is usually done by Kagero or Link Joker with Lacus Karina, Kagero with Defeat Flare most likely, or maybe a Denial Griffin if you catch your opponent sleeping. The issue by relying on that is, if your opponent knows you have the option to use a G-Guard to disrupt them, they can probably go into Balam or go into Bredamal, just some other measure that's not the Death Anchor combo. So it's a very potent combo that I think once Premium gets happening in Japan, this combo is probably going to see a lot of play, to where I think it's going to make Bushiroad consider hitting Assassin down to 1, because I don't know if 2 would be a good enough hit. I think they need to take it to 1, because I've seen it in action and it's very strong, and it was just able to decimate the opponent's hand and just be able to decimate all the opponent's resources. So it's kind of hard to fight back after they go through this particular combo, which is only enabled because of Assassin being a card in its current form. So if you got rid of Assassin, then I feel like this would be a very fair, be able to, or if you hit it to 1, you can do it twice, which makes it a regular restander, which isn't all that insane, minus the fact you get 2 Protect gifts. So, excuse me, long-winded explanation to explain all this, but I hope it makes sense. And coming up probably the next day or 2, hopefully tomorrow, I got a couple people that are going to be doing test games for me that properly, well, not, I'm gonna have a few people doing test games for me, so that way I can save the video, probably do some commentary over it, and just talk about seeing things happen as they happen. So, hope you enjoyed this. Hope I made some sense. Hope I didn't talk too fast or confuse people. And hopefully all the editing worked out well. So that'll do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed these little non-spike videos. I'm gonna try and do some more of these, probably in the form of streaming different decks, but we'll see what comes from there. So that'll do it for me. And until next time, peace. Be easy.